Hello, welcome back. How we doing? Hope you had a nice break. If you just joined, welcome. We're just waiting for Hannah to load in. She's the game's loading for her, I believe. She'll be joining in a second, hopefully. Thought we'd do some power wash. Pups and I did some stuff here. Hannah's gonna play. We'll see if we can finish this off. She's in, I think. There she is. Whee!
You did the kids made the train station dirty again.
It's very dirty. I don't know how this thing got this dirty. It's magnificently dirty, bless you. And Brian Cree, thank you for 58 months. Dusty, thank you for gifting a sub to Lestat. Welcome back, Lestat. She's in. Woo! Right. It's where is she? There she is. Yellow.
Hello.
You made it.
Did. Just got to remember how to put the extended pole thing on now.
Hold E, and then I'll press E, and then you'll get your little extension thing. Yeah, so I cleaned this gate already. I think Pups did down that wall down the bottom there.
We'll start at this end then.
Oh, there was somebody real.
Shameless advertising.
I can't believe they dirted the entire station and then wrote that. That's amazing.
I mean, that's like modern day graffiti, isn't it?
Turn the volume down this game. It's so loud for jet washing.
I feel like it's not as loud as the dishwasher if you've got all of the game volume turned up in playthrough. Like, that is loud.
Yeah. Thing is, though, with this, is you run it, like, you run this constantly, don't you?
Yeah, I guess you kind of tune it out to some extent, but it does get a bit grating.
Thank God for the C key.
I do that occasionally if I'm going to be in one place at one time, but otherwise it feels unnatural.
I just think of the viewers. You don't want your screen moving up and down constantly.
This is true.
It's like watching VR. This game is much better than Viscera Cleanup Detail. I never really got on with Viscera for some reason. I don't know what it was.
I think some of the maps in Viscera are quite dark and gloomy and it's just not as fun, and some of them are overly bright, but it is the same kind of practical, like, cleaning and satisfaction.
It is. I just, yeah, I find this more fun for some reason.
More variety in the maps, and there's a quirky little game lore that's involved, which is fun.
Mr. Ramblin, thank you for 11 months. Man, this is baked on the floor.
Have you done the subway, like the underground toilets?
Yeah.
That is a caked on dirt kind of level. It takes so long.
They're each individual cubicle.
Takes even longer if you're achievement hunting. Like, there's an achievement on that level to clean the toilets last, and it's so finicky and hard to get that one. I think I've got 2 achievements left to get in this, and the toilets is one of those levels that I still have to go back and do because I've tried it so many times and I just gave up.
Sounds like fun. Not. Super Steve-O, thank you for subbing with Prime. What was the key to look what you've not done yet?
Tab.
That's it. There it is. It's really Rob, thank you for 64 months. It used to be Cambalo.com. I remember that name.
Is Coronation Street still going?
I think it is. I don't think they'll ever... I think the BBC will probably collapse before that show disappears.
What Corrie was ITV?
It is, but it's like that kind of institutionalism.
True. Did EastEnders stop? I'm sure one of them stopped.
The one that stopped was Brookside, and I think Hollyoaks. I think. But I don't watch any of them, so I'm not really sure.
I know. It's been that long since I've watched live TV and actually given a monkeys about any of the soaps, but, you know, like, as a child, you grow up knowing that these things exist and you have a family member, whether close or extended, that is obsessed with them.
Yeah, Neighbours stopped, that's right.
My granddad used to love Neighbours, and I never understood why.
Probably fancied somebody in it.
Maybe. But I mean, Kylie left a long, long time ago.
Yeah. Kylie and Jason. I never understood the soaps, like the appeal. I've got enough drama going on in my life without soaps. Hey Durka, how you doing, mate? Thank you for 82 months. My van needs doing, please. Yeah, no problem. Just bring it over. Hannah and I will jet wash it to within an inch of its life.
We made doodle in the dirt before we're done.
How you doing? Did you have a good Christmas, Durka? Drink too much beer. Thank you for 82 months, sir. Yeah, we're doing all right. There was before the pre-Christmas run-up, there was various amounts of illness in the family that I was doing my best to avoid. So they were all catching flus and God knows what else, coughs and things. But everybody's okay.
They're all better now. They're not dying of plague and stuff anymore.
Everybody's fine apart from my youngest. She was the one who got the chest infection, which she's still coughing. So she went to the doctors yesterday, and they said that because we thought that because she's still coughing, we thought the infection's still there. Because she was on amoxicillin for 10 days, I think it was. So maybe she needs some more. But the doctor said basically your chest infection is gone, but all your airways are inflamed. So she's given her. It's like a steroid. It's a bit like if you get asthma or something, where all the little things on the airways, like little hairs and stuff, become inflamed from all the coughing, and so you have to calm them down with steroids. So she's on that for a bit, and also she coughs so much that she's torn a muscle against one of her ribs, so it's really painful.
Yeah, my sister did that last winter. She had a really nasty cold or something, and she coughed so hard she pulled a muscle in her rib, and she had to miss a bunch of cross countries because of it. Like, she was out of action for 6 weeks. She was not allowed to run.
Yeah, it's not fun. She's been told to like just sit upright and rest it. That's all you can do. How's the brewing going, Durka? We need to have a catch-up at some point.
Weren't you going to fly down Dirk's way at some point and
I will.
visit him and get some beer?
100%. We're going to fly down there. Down to Chichester. I've been to the airfield, so I might as well go and land there at some point. Once the weather's better.
Yeah, that's the thing. Your flying time is a bit limited in the winter.
Yeah, it's the lack of daylight hours and also just the weather
I
turning
mentioned
on you.
yesterday about my mum being in hospital. Unfortunately, she
As
passed
you well
away.
know from
Just a little
lastminute.com
thank you
rating
bits for providing me and escape
scandal.
for a few hours. Fortunately, I managed to get there in time. Thank you for everything you've given the community.
Hey, Glad, I'm so sorry, mate. Sorry to hear your mum's passed away. Yeah, we're all here, you know. Whenever you want to come and chill out, we're all here. I'm glad that you managed to get there in time, though, because that's not always the case. Like with my parents, I wasn't able to, and with Mrs. Squirrel's parents, one of them she did get to in time, and the other one she didn't. But yeah, you have my condolences. Much love. Yeah, you do try to catch up, Dirk. I mean, it is tough. I agree. It's a funny thing right now, this recession. But yeah, we'll get down there in spring probably when the weather's better. Fly down there maybe. Maybe stop over for a day or something. Or maybe fly over there and go over to the Isle of Wight or something. For a day out.
Is the Isle of Wight big enough to have its own airfield?
Yeah, it's got two. And one of them, yeah, it's got two. And one of them, basically the people who own it have turned it around so much that it's now one of the top destinations for people flying. They love going there.
I suppose it's going to be an interesting approach and landing, being on an island, like smallish island.
Yeah, I think it's quite cool because when you leave the land, you can basically glide over there if you need to. So, but you can see the island as you approach it, and then you just got to find the airfield. But yeah, they're all grass runways, so you can't really go there until the weather's a bit better. King Awesome, I guess if you played the same thing multiple times, it might get a bit boring. Go to this 5 minutes from the brewery. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I've been to your brewery yet. Been to your pub, but I've not seen the brewery. Battery H, thank you for 69 months, by the way. Here's to a great 2023 indeed. Vinny, thank you for subbing for 3 years, sir. Happy anniversary. 1 year in the new brewery, that's just nuts, man. Happy day. I think Dirk is too busy with IRL brewing and stuff to be streaming. I've not, Dusty, no. I'd like to go some of the distilleries, actually. ding. Commissioner Barry Onyx.
Oh god, I forgot about all the weird little messages.
You do get weird messages in this game. It's finally unveiled by Mayor Jeff Jefferson, who tragically passed away the same day from an incident in construction of the subway station. Okay. Economy in this game is very weird, like the amount that you get paid for things and the amount things cost, and especially the cleaning fluids just seems very ineffective for the amount of money it costs. I just find it awful.
Yeah, I think I only have used the cleaning fluids when I've been doing the challenge levels, like the time trial ones, because it does make it easier to get the job done within the time. But other than that, like when I'm just playing the normal levels or career mode, I just don't bother with the cleaning fluid.
Well, there's no reason to, is there? Like you can jet wash anything.
Yeah. And you still have to go over the whole place again with soap when you are jet washing, like to get it to ding and clean. So just do it once with the yellow nozzle and jobs are good in.
Hey Dirker, are they bringing back Cosford this year? Or does nobody know? Not heard anything. If they do bring it back, part of me hopes they just kind of put it somewhere else, just for a change. Somewhere more accessible with a bit more interesting surrounding, because it is just completely in the middle of nowhere.
Surely it wouldn't be called Cosford Air Show if they moved the location.
Yeah, I think that's what we call it. I think it's called the Flight Sim Show or something. I can't remember its official title. Yeah, I think it's just got a bit stale at its current place, you know. It is the same thing. Even the same stalls in the same place every year. It just doesn't... It's not moving on. Vulcan, you can get a sim for anything these days. There's even a bee simulator, so there you go.
Does that simulate beekeeping or being a bee?
I think it's where you fly around as a bee, pollinating flowers and stuff. I think. I remember seeing it. I think it's on Steam. I can't remember. Exactly, Dirker. It's just a social meetup, but it would be nice if it was a bit Bit of a show there as well. There's no Microsoft Flight Sim with previous Cosfords, now there is. It was stale because Flight Sim was stale. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. It was stale because Flight Sim was in a weird state of P3D and X-Plane and not much else. But every year you still had releases of, you know, aircraft and sometimes releases of X-Plane and P3D. It was stale because it's the same place, in the middle of nowhere, in the same hangar, with the same stalls in all the same places, and more or less the same people behind the stalls, pretty much selling the same thing, with a couple of lectures thrown in to boot. That was, you know, there's just nothing. And the parkings are always an absolute nightmare, particularly if the grass is muddy. And there are no hotels anywhere nearby. Everybody has to travel in. It's just, there's better places to go, you know. No, we're not on about Riyadh. On about the Flight Sim show. Yeah, like, this is the thing, Durka. When the American show kicked off a few years ago, they came over to Cosford to try and see what they were doing, to try and learn from it. But you don't get... It doesn't work the other way. They don't go to the American show and look what they're doing and learn from that, because they're changing it all the time. Like, the events organisation is better. They keep changing location. It's not as stale.
Do you not think they get bored organising basically the same show year in, year out? It's like copy pasta kind of thing.
I would. I definitely would. I'd be like, let's try and mix it up. Hey man, it's not so much about the distance. Like, I don't mind driving to Cosford. It's just that when you get there is nothing. Like, if you want to eat or stay in a hotel, your hotel is like 10 or 15 minute drive away. Somewhere that you want to go and eat is Telford. Telford's, you basically, Telford has got, it's okay, don't get me wrong, but it's not full of options, let's put it that way. It does come down to money. There is definitely a balance between them finding a venue that's good and finding one that's affordable. Totally. And maybe when they go to Cosford, they get a really sweet deal. Yeah. Yeah, no, they probably need to... That's the thing though, isn't it? It's like the same people. It's like Scott at Just Flight. He's the one who organises it. And he just brings out last year's event plan and just changes the year. More or less emails all the exhibitors and say, do you want that stall again? Yep. And it just, you know, it's a copy pasta, as Hannah said. Alex, I want to go to that one year, that Sim Racing Expo. I'd like to see that. And I think, Alex, isn't there a flight sim show near you as well? That is like the week after the Cosford show. It's really close to where you live or lived. Lemons 24 hours. Oof, that sounds bitter. Now, Le Mans 24, I'd go to that. Ride the Ferris wheel at 2 a.m.
How big is the Ferris wheel? You could take a quick nap.
Probably could, actually. It's quite big. No, Daffy, because I tend to move my forearm, not my wrist. Scared of Ferris wheels, what? That's because it's a special pressure washer wiper. This is quite a big job, this one, isn't it?
It is one of the bigger ones, yeah. I think Subway Toilets and Temple is like the other two really, really big ones. Temple is like, yeah, pretty end game.
Accusing you of spoilers now. Dynamic duo.
Well, they can accuse me of whatever they like. Watch me lose all that sleep over it.
Batman and Robin.
Figures that it's them two in together at the minute.
Oh yeah. Is that done? Spraying water on the third rail looks iffy. Oh yeah.
We like to live dangerously.
How much did you get for that track? Like $10 or something?
I don't know, I didn't see, I just heard the ding and was like, cool.
That's what I mean, it doesn't really reward you relative to the amount of effort that some of these things take.
Have you done the monastery yet, Paul?
I'd probably say... I don't think so, because I remember the temple, but I don't remember a monastery. I don't think. I'll tell you what one of the most annoying was that stupid giant shoe that people lived in. Like a kid's thing, I think it was.
Oh yeah, the dirt gets like, it's in places that you're like,
Oh.
surely not, I've cleaned this already, but no, you've got to go over and find that like 3 pixel section of dirt that you couldn't see even when you used the highlight dirt thing.
Yeah. You have to like crouch down and there's like circular things on it that are really annoying to clean. I don't know, Durka. Like, if you see the things that you have to clean, you look at it and you think, how on earth did it get that bad? It might as well be post-apocalyptic era. Like a Fallout subway.
No, I think the Fallout subway would be cleaner. At least the Fallout subway would only be dust and like nuclear waste, whereas this is mold, dirt streaks, grime, mud. You name it, there is dirt here.
And graffiti. How do you get water down though?
Magic. Because there's no cables, like no, long miles of pipe or hose, down to the subway.
Yeah, they didn't bother with the hose. Too hard to draw.
I mean, surely it wouldn't take more than an extra 10 minutes to download Hull's position, and in addition to 50 odd megabytes of dirt that took genuinely 10 minutes to download.
Well, you shouldn't get that when we start a new map.
No, because we'll be in exactly the same place. It'll be in, like, new dirt.
I don't know where the runoff water goes. I think you're asking too many questions.
Being too literal and logical about it all.
I think it needs more staff. It's a maximum 2-player game, that's the thing. Was that one that Alex and I did? It was like, oh, that was it. I think it was a fire department building. And there was like the tower that they go in and stuff.
And you wrote the message for Alex on the
did write the
ceiling
message.
with the arrows, and it took ages for him to notice it.
That's it. That's the one. That took a while, that map.
I think there's a challenge on that map. Like, you get an achievement if you don't use the scaffolding, or you don't use ladders or something.
Really?
That's tricky, yeah.
Eclipse CO, thank you for 7 months. Mr. Highwell, thank you for 27. 65 months of Amazon's money, Barima, thank you very much. Jeff clearly doesn't need it now. With all these blue rocket stuff. The subway was reopened again following extensive repointing in 1923 by Mayor Jeff Jefferson. It closed again the following fall after the shocking revelation that Wilberforce Thrust had been using it to funnel train trucks full of stolen money out of town. The money was never recovered.
What a surprise.
Why is this not clean?
Have you crouched down and looked under the chair?
I have, but I don't think I crouched down enough. Oh my god, this is a pain. Yeah, that was officially very annoying. It wasn't the gap, it was the back of the seat that you had to lie down and look at the right angle to see.
Tedious. At least this isn't the worst map for tedious nooks and crannies.
True. Remember the playground one? That was quite fun.
Yeah, there's an achievement on that one for getting the ball up the slide.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm sure we were firing that ball around, but I didn't realise there was an achievement for the slide. That was weird. I suddenly saw a ghost of a ladder then, as if I could put a ladder down here.
Yeah, it's because I was moving the ladder out of my way. It just highlights all of the places you can put it, even if you're not the one with the ladder.
Or anywhere near it.
Yep.
We don't know Alex because she hides all her game profile.
Well, I went and try and changed it, so you might be able to see how many hours I've got in this. But I didn't even know that I had it set to keep my game info private.
You played Firefighting Sim? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I played it with Tommy.
And Dave.
And Dave. Because there's a funny clip. Because there's a funny clip with Dave who we're going inside this burning building, and there's I think Sammy, Dave, and me, and Dave's crouch walking around in front of him, and you can hear the thud behind the door. And then I say to Dave, "I'm going to open this door, step away, because it's got a backdraft in it. Step away," and Dave's crouching around. "Step away, Dave. I'm going to open the door now." Open the door. Dave just stands there, just gets absolutely blasted by a backdraft. And he's like, oh, step away, yeah.
To be honest, I thought I had more hours in this game, folks.
How many have you got?
44 apparently. I don't even see how many hours my sister's got in this. It's probably over 100, I think.
Pops, are you stalking Hannah's hours now? I can't believe you.
Well, Pups is pro level stalker, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually going to see if I can see how many hours my sister's got, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be terrified by it.
But it's in triple digits.
Easily.
As if you found it, Bigfoot. That's the clip.
Are you ready for the number, Paul?
Go on.
Starts with a 2.
No.
248 hours.
That's insane.
She has played it and replayed it a lot.
Wow. Just wow. Flippin' heck. How many times has she gone through these levels?
Loads. And then she replayed all of the career mode with me when I got it as well. But I think, like I say, I think she's had it a couple of years.
Wow, that's something else. Because it's not like the content changes each time. It's literally the same game.
No, but they do. I think she's had it since it was early access, and they do bring out new levels every now and again, and like new special maps. So we do keep an eye on the devlog for that, because the specials maps are quite fun.
Have you played that other one, Dirk, the police simulator? Oh, that's equally weird. It's all right. It's not an amazing game. It's just kind of, it's a bit like firefighting sim, you know. Just get a few people together and it's kind of amusing.
I think the problem with games like Firefighter Sim and Police Sim is that the tasks that you do end up getting quite repetitive after a while.
Yeah, particularly with firefighting, there's only so many different things you can do. But you're playing New World again. Some flying, nice. Never tried New World. That's the Amazon one, isn't it? I can't really play games like that, Dirk, anymore because I just can't afford the amount of time that you need to sink into it. You've got almost to 1,200. You see, that's my point, right there. 1,200 hours. I can't find 1,200 hours for that. Like 1,200 hours of content. There's always grind in games like that. You're always grinding rep or money, or both, to get items, to get more points. Improved it a lot. What was wrong with it? Oh, it's almost squeaky clean in this floor. I can hear myself squeaking. You try hard a lot in Hunt Showdown. Yeah, but I've not even got anywhere near that many hours in Hunt Showdown. In a game that doesn't need you to do that. Many bugs like a Vengan content. Gotcha. It killed people's GPUs. That's impressive. See you later, Irvin. I feel like a dot matrix printer right now.
Yeah, but all you're missing is the sound effects.
I don't know if you're into shooters, Durka. It's a tough game, steep learning curve. You play it solo or duo or trio and that's it. Thinking about giving dark and darker a chance. heard of that. York Sandy, thank you for 3 years, sir. Durka, if you want to see Hunt Showdown, I'll be playing a bit of it tomorrow, New Year's Eve. Probably similar sort of time to now. Nah, it's not too late to get into it at the start. It's never too late to get into it. There's only 3 maps, once you've learned them, you know? It's not like Call of Duty or Battlefield where there's just so many maps and then they keep bringing new ones out. Because map knowledge in a game is everything. Oh, Siege is terrible learning curve just because of the maps. Got a feeling we might need a ladder just to get those ridges at the top here.
Yeah, I'm already up the ladder.
I also played this game but got a headache after 10 minutes watching streams. Doesn't bother me. That's weird. Yeah, we've been playing it Langeveld. On Christmas Eve, I think it was. We played it, and it was 100% chance of getting the fire on the maps. So basically, every time we played, you had the fire. I kind of find it interesting the way it cuts the map up. It definitely changes things. I think they should do something similar going forward, because it means the maps aren't stale. There's always some kind of dynamic element to it. Yeah, towards the end, Durka, yes. But not like the heist or anything. Probably do some mini games and things. Yeah, I don't like the night map, Alex. Yeah, perhaps there'll be a 50% chance of getting fire and 95% chance of getting the assassin. Or at least for us, anyway. So Hannah, given how many hours your sister has in this game, is she like a really clean and tidy person? She just likes clean.
No,
She's not.
she absolutely categorically is not.
That's amazing then. Why does she love playing a cleaning game but she hates cleaning?
Lord knows. I think she puts YouTube stuff on her tablet and just like zones out, I guess. But yeah, she is not the cleanest and tidiest of people to live with.
Kieran, thank you very much for gifting 10 subs. Welcome, guys. Thank you for the support, Kieran. Can we get some squirrel gifts in chat? Quite a few new subs though. Welcome. Do you have any New Year's resolutions, Hannah? Do you do that kind of thing?
Not really specific like New Year's resolutions, but I usually end up with things that I'd quite like to do during the year, but I don't set myself up for failure by making it a resolution as such. I just say, yeah, I'd quite like to go here this year, or I'd quite like to do that this year. And then if I don't end up doing it, YOLO, go with the flow.
Do you have anything on the horizon for 23? Like go somewhere or do something?
So this year it's probably going to be the year of saving up, and maybe towards the end of the year, start of 2024, start looking at houses again, because I'd quite like to move, so I might need to finish a few DIY jobs around the house. So there's nothing wrong with where I live now. I've just been in this house nearly 6 years, and I'd just quite like to live somewhere else.
Fair enough. Just a like different location, a sort of different sized house, or what?
Probably mainly different location. I mean, the location that I'm in at the minute is quite handy because it's 10-15 minutes drive from me to work, and then my sister is like 10 minutes up the motorway to get to where she works. So it is convenient, but now that I have my car, like, distance isn't really an issue. It's just a case of how far am I willing to drive. Needs to be at least 3 bedrooms, but yeah, I could probably make it work. I think I got very, very lucky with the house that I got for the money that I got it for at the age of 25 when I bought it, so it was the right time, right place, I guess.
It's mad. I remember you getting that.
Yeah, me and Dre were buying our houses at around the same time, I think, and then we met up at Truckfest, like, right after I'd closed on my house, and somebody was like, yeah, I told him how much my mortgage was, and he was like, I couldn't even, like, my bills are more than that kind of thing.
Yep. Sim, about the work you do. What are you, a jet washer user?
Hannah should move to Belfast. I think not. Things are quite expensive over in Ireland, I've been told. Pint of Guinness, €10, something like that.
What?
I don't drink. I don't know. It could be €10. It could be less than that. But I think my old manager went to the Guinness factory in Belfast, and she said like just buying a pint of Guinness or like a pint of any drink over in Ireland was quite expensive because it's like Republic was all in euros, isn't it?
Look how clean this is over here. Beautiful.
It's great, isn't it?
Squeaky clean. The subway remained closed for another 30 years until community funding allowed for its renovation. Don't see much renovation here. Around until 1984, when the main tunnel's extensive repointing finally failed, thankfully in the dead of night.
Hannah needs to learn her cities. She's thinking of Dublin, not Belfast, lol.
Too much steam over there, Chris. What is that really stubborn bit of...
Oh, have you not got the dirt tooltips on?
Nah.
That is oil. The best thing about oil is that you have to go over it several times at quite close range to get rid of it.
I was going to say, it doesn't want to move, does it? You know, this game tends to chill out when you play it. The story got a bit weird. Yep. Crap, I don't think Manchester's gone downhill. It was never uphill, I don't think. One of my friends is from Manchester, and I remember him telling me all about the amount of car crime, like that was 20 years ago. The amount of car crime is insane. Worse than London. And burglaries, they were really bad as well. Crime is the new high in Manchester, well, and London. I bet it did, Crow Daddy. Single player this level here would take you quite a while. Luckily, it's not like Teardown, it lets you save and come back to it.
And it actually remembers your progress.
Got a ding.
Like, the dings on smaller maps are really satisfying because you can just get almost constant dings.
Yeah.
But then on big maps, when you have to clean like a large area to get the ding, it's like, I must get the ding!
Yeah, when you're doing like little windows and it goes ding, 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 ding. Like a fruit machine. I have played Project Zone Void offline briefly. Didn't massively get on with it. Probably got about 10 minutes playtime. No, they're not, Crow Daddy. They never pay well for these jobs. What about it, Langfeld? That's why you should visit Elgin near RAF Lossiemouth. Whiskey, walks, beaches and mountains, going back to see fam at end of January. Elgin at RAF Lossiemouth. What, you on about like just driving there or flying in? Yeah, I did play Workers and Resources, yeah.
Played that for a few weeks, didn't you?
Yeah, I played quite a bit of it. Tough game. Thanks for the toast earlier. You're welcome.
To be honest, I thought the toast was a bit dry.
Well, that's why we served them coffee.
Could have done with some beans or fried eggs.
Yeah, I've got a feeling we need to be a certain level to get that.
I've got a feeling beans and fried eggs are a myth.
You reckon? It's on the picture though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I keep hoping that breakfast will be an interesting menu item. But I suppose if nothing else, it's quite simple in terms of the kitchen prep.
There aren't many people who don't like toast, James, then. Toast is a universal food. If aliens ever landed on this planet, toast is what you would offer them. Because the chances are high that they will like it.
We could offer them a cup of tea, but then they'll be one of those weird aliens that, oh, I don't really like hot drinks.
Yeah. Funny enough, I've got more than one friend that doesn't drink hot drinks. It's just bizarre. And one friend that only drinks water.
What?
Yeah, she's just weird.
Is she a librarian?
Funny enough, no. She likes to make cakes, though. Yeah, she only drinks water. It's just mad. I just get so bored.
I mean, I can drink water if I'm doing exercise or if it's absolutely boiling hot, but I like a little bit of flavour in my life. I at least have, like, you know, blackcurrant squash or something.
Orange and mango is my favourite squash.
I do like the Asda orange and mango, but my new favourite at the minute is this, like, fruit and barley peach squash that I get from Aldi. That's pretty sweet.
I like the fruit and barley stuff, actually. You need someone who likes to drink plain hot water. That's weird.
That's very weird.
You drink hot water after a Chinese? Really?
That's oddly specific.
Warm water's very good for the digestion. I mean, room temperature water I would have thought was okay, but why specifically like warm water? %, Hannah.
Getting so close.
The hot water supposedly keeps the fat in the sauces from congealing too quickly, stopping the nasty burning sensation you get from chilies. I don't quite understand that.
I don't think that's real, true science, like actual facts.
Because oil and water doesn't mix, and fat and water doesn't mix either. It's like when you have chilies, like you don't drink water, you drink milk or yogurt if you want to get rid of the heat.
Yeah, but that's because that neutralises the capsaicin on your tongue rather than water just spreading it around your taste buds and making it worse. Just your local fish and chip shop that does battered fried spam. I haven't seen any battered fried spam. Oh my god. I've never seen that in any fish and chip shop. I think the chip shops up where my mum and dad live do battered fried spam, but like it's called spam fritter.
Oh yeah. Spam fritter, yeah, I've heard of that. I reckon the further north you go, the more they deep fry all kinds of weird things.
Oh, don't you know it? I've been in Sheffield, what's it, 2022, so I've been down Sheffield 10, 12 years now, and not once when I have been to a chip shop, not that it's a regular occurrence to be fair, have I been able to find battered pineapple, and that is like god level chip shop food, like my favourite thing. But every chip shop I go to when I go to my mum and dad, battered pineapple is on the menu.
It is quite a unique taste, battered pineapple. I take it like pineapple on its own, or pineapple juice and stuff.
Yep, yep.
Because I love pineapple juice. I really do love it. And I love pineapple. I think it was Rome who said he can't stand pineapple.
Well, there's a lot of things that Ron can't stand, like Tesla's, because he's allergic or something.
Deep fried ice cream. How can you deep fry? Surely that's got to be served straight away before all the ice cream completely melts.
I feel like you breadcrumb it, then egg it, or like you flour it, then egg it, and then fry it, so like flour it after you've egged it. And I think the point is that the ice cream in the middle is going to be kind of melty when you open it up.
Yeah. Never had a deep fried Mars bar or a Snickers, but I know they do them in Scotland. I have no idea whether Pups is having a kebab tonight or New Year. I've actually no clue. If he's in chat, you could just ask him.
Are you in charge of Pups' menu choices over the festive season, Paul?
Not
Is
that
that
I'm
why
aware
you
of.
might know?
Not that I'm aware of.
I wondered whether it was a case of Pups is in charge of the Christmas schedule, you're in charge of Pups' food schedule.
If I was in charge of his food schedule, I'd have him eating all kinds of things.
What, like veg?
It's not like veg.
I don't know, I just don't hear him saying, oh, I've had, like, carrots and broccoli and cauliflower on my dinner tonight. It's like fish finger sarnie or beans on toast or cheese toasty, which I really, really want now.
%98. Now, which bit have we missed, Hannah?
Don't know, hard to tell.
Where is it?
I mean, this bit looks a bit mucky over here, where your advertisement is.
Oh, there! I nearly missed that.
I know. So easy to miss. Apparently we missed some air vents.
Did we?
Yep, there's 2 out of 4 cleaned apparently.
Is it Yorkshire that has scraps? I used to do it when I was living in Lancashire as well, so they definitely had it then.
Yeah, it's definitely called, I've heard it called scraps in Sheffield, and it's definitely called scraps up in County Durham as well.
When I was a kid, you could go into the chip shop and just ask for a bag of scraps, and it was, I mean, it charged like 2p or something. It was ridiculous. But it was literally that. It was all the kind of broken bits of batter, fried batter, and they put it in a little bag for you and just sell it to you. And as a kid, it was great. It was super cheap.
When I was a kid, you could get a Freddo for 5p.
No, crackling is the fat of on pork. Scraps is like the battered remains that they have to scoop out now and again. You're from Lancashire, not anymore. You can't not be from somewhere where you were born. Platform screen and 2 uplights. Platform screen. Woo! 100%. Look how clean it is round here. You could eat your dinner off this floor. It's so clean. Looks a bit different to how we found it. There's the replay.
Oh, I love the replay. It's so satisfying.
I just wish it did it like smoother. You know what I mean? Exactly, Felicia.